Hello ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Alexander Hilly123 here and it's time for a new video, and as you can see from the title, as you can see from that title as well, it just came up and there's incredible music. Today I'm playing NHLPA Hockey 93 and we're doing a let's play / play for us the Detroit Red Wings, and it's going to be a best of 7 with penalties on, line changes on. That's how I like to play, makes the game tougher and it's more realistic of course. Playing 10-minute matches, not 20, because 20 is too long and 5 is not long enough. 10 is the happy medium. We are kind of lucky. Oh no, wait a minute, Toronto. We can pick the team we go against here, as you can see, and I'm choosing to play as Minnesota, who are the worst team in the game. Now you might be thinking, well that's cheating. Well actually, I did this whilst closing my eyes, going back and forth, and then I got into the game, and then a couple of minutes later, OBS decided that it wanted to crash. Now it tends to do this. It doesn't tell you it's crashed. I run it in the background. I'm not full screen mode here. It's windowed, but it's a big enough window. But the big red button to say it's recording went off because, and you might think, well, why don't you keep OBS open in the background? Because it crashed more when I did that in the past. This piece of software, man, I know it's free, but if it ain't gonna work, what's the point? But hopefully it won't do it again, but I am going to be making a thing of save states quite a lot here, guys, because then I can load the save state back up, but it depends on the video as well, because the video just stopped working, of course, when it crashed, and it might stop in the middle of a game, but well, it's my first project in a heck of a long time, and I'm already angry because of OBS. Let's pray it doesn't happen again. NHL 95, 6, 7, 8, I did one-off videos of last year, and I said that I would bring this to the channel. Obviously, I've had a lot of turbulence in my personal life and not been able to play many games over winter. And I went back, motherfuckers, and yeah, I'm delighted to be playing some retro NHL. And in the last 3 months or so, when I've not had Wi-Fi and not been able to play modern games, I've been playing lots of NHL 94 and a bit of this and the old hockey games on my emulator more than any other game, so I think it says it all. So let's get straight into it. If you guys are new to my channel and you want to see more ice hockey content, but from back in the day, I've got 2 NHL 94 projects. One is Montreal Canadiens with the base game, and then 5-6 years ago I did an NHL 94 with 2020 rosters and did Edmonton Oilers. And I've been playing the up-to-date roster as well in the NHL 94. I need to check the NHL 94 forums again. I don't know if people have patched this game or do so. And there are people still around the world, ladies and gentlemen, who play this game against each other. It's so cool. But yeah, we're playing as Detroit. 2 reasons. 1, they are my favourite team. And 2, they are one of the best teams in the game. We're playing against Minnesota here. What chances are we're going to play against the Chicago Blackhawks in the next game? They are very good. So it's not going to be an easy ride. I personally think this game is harder than NHL 94. There's no one-timers. The game is a little slower and you don't have auto line changes. They're either on or off. We're playing them on. And what that means is that your players will tire more noticeably and a lot of them feel like they're running through quicksand. And that's how I like my players to be. No, I actually don't. But yeah, they do get tired quicker. Now, what happened and when I noticed that OBS had crashed before, it was like 1 minute to go in the first period, but it had already crashed at about the 6-minute mark of the first period, and it was 0-0, 0-0, and I'd call it. And there we go, there's hooking, the referee's getting involved. Another reason why I think this game is hard in 94, the referee is ridiculous. You get punished for hooking, but sometimes you just got to do it. The organ music in this game, not as good as it is in 94, nowhere near as varied or as many songs. And there's no official licensing on this game. But I don't, oh my days, I had the puck. Here we go, 3 against 5 early doors. Are you not entertained, ladies and gentlemen? Are you not intrigued? Are you not pissed off? I know I am. Oh my god, I think it's Nicholas Lidstrom, the legend. Oh, 91, I think that's Yzerman or Fedorov going in. What a tough start though, 3 versus 5, we don't want that. Some of the goaltenders in this game, like godlike, they really are. Better than on 94, there's an astonishing glove save early doors. There's Lidstrom again. And we're seeing why I think this game is harder than 94. But I tell you something I've not done though, guys. And I aim to quite simply do so and play the game. 96, I think, was the first time they introduced the difficulty levels. After 95, where I don't think they're in the game. And I usually played on Pro. There's Rookie, Pro and All-Star. But I think I'm going to get my game on and become an All-Star. Da, 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 da. It's Sergei Fedorov. He's scoring goals. 3 versus 5. We're 1 up. The main man, it's Sergei Fedorov. What a goal. That wasn't so hard. Detroit, yeah, they are so good in this game. A lot of the players are faster than other teams. I love that assumption in old sports games. This team is better, so they're faster, and that's 2! Oh, what a wraparound goal that is! It's Steve Chiasson. I thought this guy was a bloody defender, but he's playing on the left. Maybe it's because we've just got back up to full strength and he filled in there. I think that might be what it is. But it's 2-0. And I'm happy because this project, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 video per game. And quite simply, I'd love to win every single game. That's what happened when I was Montreal and Edmonton in the past. Okay, you know what? It ain't that hard. But every game is different on NHLPA 93 and 94, even though I tend to win every game I play on NHL 94, and I wish I could make the game harder. I can win like 8-0 and the next game I win 3-2. The physics, the RNG, the weight of the game, the speed, everything about these games are just absolutely ridiculous. And I still think this is my second favourite of the old NHL Mega Drive games, you know. But I do see why people love 96 and 97. I think 95 is my least favourite. See that shot there, ladies and gentlemen? It's just one of the quirks of these older games. The goaltenders do fall back when there are shots that don't have much power on them. I wish that could have been like edited out the game or changed, because it doesn't make sense, and it's a bit of an exploit. Smashing a shot at goal like that, of course, can beat the goaltender, but really soft shots from a distance, you can get a rebound. Oh my days, what is that? Now, something I've not spoken about, ladies and gentlemen, and it's bound to happen, it tends to happen about once a game, are the fights. They are random, they're not like EA Hockey where they're every second and they're ridiculously easy and you just stand there. You sprawl to the left and right of the screen and you can easily lose the fights. You can press A to grapple, B for a body punch, and C for a punching in the face. Oh, look at this, some Minnesota brilliant hooking play there. The good old puck does bounce off the stick still in this game, guys. It's an infuriation of mine, but it's a thing. Just starting to overplay a little now. Sometimes I do that. But like I say, Minnesota, I would say, are the worst team in this game. And I think it was the first year of the Detroit, not Detroit, Mighty Ducks of Anaheim and Florida Panthers after this. And they are both absolute dog shit on this game. I think Minnesota became Dallas Stars, didn't they, I want to say. And then Quebec became Colorado. Because these days we've got a Seattle team, which is pretty cool. Releasing the Kraken, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that. Right down the ice. 3-0, and the referee, Brian Propp, still going in the box at 2 minutes. I'm calling it a box, I don't know if it is, and I don't give a shit. Second period. Whoa! You hear that? This music always plays at the start of the period, but we heard the wrong music. Ooh, the power nearly beat the goaltender there. You know, sometimes NHL 94 is definitely better than 93, but I feel sometimes I just want to play this instead. I think the glass smashing was introduced in this game. I think it was, anyway. Neil Broughton slashing, and now it's 5 versus 3 in our favour, and that is not good for Minnesota. Actually woke up this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling Minnesota, but looking California. Konstantin Tavnov, 4-0. I'm already on autopilot here, talking shit. Don't know what's going on. Maybe I over-exaggerated it. Maybe we will be fine. But no, Chicago will be a lot better. And I think I was going to say earlier, I got sidetracked because that happens a lot when I play these kinds of games. So much that I like to say and go off on tangents, but when a team is better, they're automatically faster. It's like that's not always necessarily how sports work, especially team sports. You know, the classic Barcelona football teams obviously had Messi, who was just an absolute ridiculous footballer, but a lot of the best players were not fast, but the brains were. I think you get what I'm saying. Anyway, it's 4-0. Yes, it's comfortable. We're easing our way in, guys. That's what we're doing. Don't worry about it. Easing our way in. Stay tuned, though. That Chicago head-to-head is going to be very intriguing indeed. And that is offside. Whee! That guy just got hit in the face. 6:37 on the clock remaining, second period. Now, I am going to be uploading this. I'm recording it before, but I'm going to be uploading it after FIFA 98 Road to World Cup. That's coming first on my channel. I just wanted to get this recorded first because I know what it takes to complete this and well, win the Stanley Cup is what I mean. FIFA 98, I am looking forward to doing a World Cup campaign as a random team. We're going random and we're playing games. And my aim and my hope is that we win the World Cup with a ridiculously vague, crappy team. It's going to be fun. A lot of retro sports action to come on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Minnesota struggling to get it out there. It's looking California and feeling Minnesota before. I was trying to quote the Soundgarden song and I got it wrong. Playing well though here. Number 91, you can go on these mazy runs and 4-0 up here, so I'm having a bit of fun. Ooh, look at that guy, stayed on his feet. The weight bug, if you love these games, you'll know what the weight bug is. I think that was only a thing. Oh, he nearly took it into his own goal. I think that was only a thing in NHL 94. I don't think it's a thing on this game, so stronger players should have a better chance of staying on their feet with a body check like that. That Minnesota player was wobbling, but he didn't go down. Another thing that putting line changes on does is it lessens the chance of body checking. It makes body checking harder. We've still seen some body checks, but if you guys watch me play NHL 94 on those series that I've already spoke about, Montreal and Edmonton, and you know I've been playing it recently, I was body checking the AI all over the shop. They were getting smashed. It's hilarious, but it's a bit too easy on an NHL 94 to do that, and that's regardless of penalties as well. Whoa, look how slow this guy is. Now if you press A, you don't dump the puck. I've just changed my lines, and as you can see, offside. Now some of my fellow Detroit players have changed up. Wait, someone's just been smashed, but he's going to go to the side of the ice where the players change. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, no dumping of the puck here. That's a shame. Bloody hell, this guy's fast. Oh, it's Eisenman, I think. Just overplaying there again. Ooh. The AI, if they spend a prolonged period of time in front of your goal like that, it's probably going to result in a goal. A bit like that. K. Miller. Don't remember this guy. But he's made it 5. 5-star performance. And we get another one. Ooh, just before the hooter goes. Is it a hooter or a horn? It's got to be a hooter, right? I don't know. See, Mr. Zamboni, man. Sometimes I'll call him a zucchini man. Way, there we go. What a zucchini is, what I think the Americans call a courgette. I think it's courgette anyway. Dumb names all around, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I know. Number 21, this guy's fast. And the goaltender, he's getting hit into the net. You know, I'm winning this so easily. That guy just got taken into another dimension. Pay close attention. But yeah, I could have done the highlights and just like put all 4 games, if it is going to be 4 games, against Minnesota into one video and done a smaller or shorter Let's Play, I should say. But I don't know, man. The hope in doing this is that people enjoy the gameplay and love the game and enjoy watching it. And ultimately, I know when I do these projects that the majority of them get next to no views. But there's a satisfaction for me in putting them out there as well. And if I can win every game, 16 videos ain't that bad. Fucking hell, people are getting knocked on the floor now. Chris Dahlquist, he's going in for 2 minutes. Still a bit anxious about OBS crashing. Tends to do it one time and then doesn't do it again. Did you see the animation at number 17? Some of the animations on this game, man, for its time are absolutely absurd how good they are. Like, watch the goaltender here. I was thinking, what is the puck doing there? And it's just staying levitating in front of him. Watch number 17. What's he doing? Brilliant. Number 3 smashes it. Ooh. Shots like that from the other side of the ice can sometimes go in. These games have got a wonderful balance of being realistic, but also being absolutely arcadey and ridiculous. And I bloody love it. God, this is so easy, man. It really is. I could be winning this by more than 5. Maybe I've exaggerated how tough this game is, but Chicago will be much harder. Could have played as St. Louis, but once I realised that I could pick and choose the team that I played against, and also when I started this, it picked Minnesota and it crashed, I thought, nah, let's go Minnesota again. And they're pretty ugly green kits, but I'm going to assume that they're going to get a consolation goal late on. The amount of times that happens on this game, man. You don't get that shutout. Oh, hit of the game? I think so. I think so. That is the hit of the game. And that was very nearly 6. I love it when the goaltenders sprawl out. It's such an exciting moment in this game. And I'm pretty damn certain I mentioned this when I did NHL 94 in one of my previous playthroughs. But it's exciting because you know that the goaltender, yeah, he saved it, but he's opening himself up for another attack, another shot from your player. This is something else I love about PA 93. Okay, it's contradicting me now, but the music usually continues when the referee stops play. A few bugs and glitches there in the audio. Whereas in 94 it stops the music, and you know, you've got the Hartford Whalers song, you've got Here Come the Saints, and the Blackhawks song, that Montreal one, so many others. You don't want to be interrupting that shit, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now, here we go. The first time it's happened, Brian Bellows! Oh shit, I'll speak about that in a moment. Did you see that? His head. What injury is that? Because his brains are out on the ice, ladies and gentlemen. Out for period. He'll be lucky if he comes back this year. Of course, it was 1992. But what were they thinking? Apparently, the NHL wanted that taken out of the game. And the fighting. Now, they would lessen the stance on the fighting. I think it returned for 96, I want to say. I don't think it's in 95. But the blood never came back because, well, it's just unnecessary. But in this game, yeah. You see blood? Oh, there you go. See a 6 goal. Jay Carson. In 94, players get injured the same, but there's no blood. You should have put some like birds above the players' heads, like it's bloody Looney Tunes or whatever. What happened on Looney Tunes? I don't know. It did in my head, so yeah. Oh, look at that, just onside. Oh, and then he gets cleaned out. What is a goaltender doing though? You know something I've noticed with this game, and since I've been playing these games on the Kega Fusion emulator, ooh, nice, he got cleaned out by the goaltender, brilliant, is there's a bit of speed up, like the game will speed up. I think it's something to do with playing it on emulator, but it never used to do that back in the day when I was on Jen's emulator. Oh, he was going to take a shot. Toying with these motherfuckers now, seriously. And really, they're lucky it's only 6. We're going to go to Minnesota soon, stomp over all the crew like Mario Lemieux, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Modano, yeah, of course, he was great for Dallas Stars after this. But the reason I was surprised by Brian Bellows, ladies and gentlemen, if you know, you know, he was at Montreal Canadiens in 94. After this season, he must have gone to Montreal, because he was absolutely fantastic for me in that NHL season that I did back in the day, Montreal. Hat-trick for Carson. And we've just learnt something there. Well, I've just learnt something. The hats on the ice is only a thing in NHL 94. Because he scored a hat-trick. We're at home, and yet there were no hats on said ice. But there we have it. 7-0. And look at that. I've never seen that before. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at that. You see that? Now, I'm pretty damn certain that on this game... There's Zamboni, man. Go on, lad. Go on. Let's just get a save state here. Save state. On this game, you see stars of the game at the end, and it didn't do it because the puck went out of play the same time the game ended, and seemingly the game got confused. That's crazy. But look at the passing there, 78%. I'm telling you now, you will not see passing that accurate and high on NHL 94. That's pretty crazy. Not that crazy, but it's pretty crazy. Like players like Carson Miller, I think Konstantov, he played for a few more years, Chiasson did. But I think it's towards the end of the careers of some of these Detroit players, and I don't know them as much as the rosters after 93. But there we have it. I love this as well, seeing the goals and the assists. Once Fedorov got that first goal, I thought, oh, here we go, he's just going to score every goal. But no, we shared the goals amongst the team, and it shows how much depth we have. Chicago are winning. Let's not worry about that. Second game, we're home again, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you join me for this second game, second video of my Detroit Red Wings NHLPA 93 Let's Play. See you soon. Yeah, I'm saving the state again.